Welcome in. Game 21. So, when I play random, there are two civs that I'm dreading to get. But far and away the first one is Japan, because I've never played them, I have no interest in them. I just don't like Japan. If I were to play random civ on my main, usually when I get Japan I quit. And then the second worst that I don't know is Ottoman. I think Ottoman is an extremely good civ. I do not know how to play against them. They've always been the civs that I've done the worst against out of any civ in the game, because I just don't understand them. For the life of me, I just cannot understand what's their weakness. Like in H2, they have insane archers. So in extended H2 against Ottoman, you just lose because the archers always become overpowered. In H3, they have siege and anti-cav. Like I feel like you can't go cav against Otto. So you try something else, but then they have siege and stuff, and it just can't seem to beat them. And then in H4, they have the best comps in the game. So this is one of those saves where my win rate against them has always been the lowest ever. Like if I look at my stats or whatever, like Ottoman is just the one civ where I do not know how to beat them. But then I also don't know how to play them myself, because I've never played them. So I think this civ is overpowered, but it's definitely not overpowered in my hands because I have no clue what's going on. And the few times that I played them, probably have like, whatever, 5 games on them, I don't know. Was definitely not at the time that the new civs were out. So I'm playing against, this is Lancaster, I guess. Still don't really know which flag is which. I think this is Lancaster, I think, not Knights Templar. So yeah, not a match I've ever played or ever seen. Ottoman, not a civ that I know. And it's basically close to a conq3 opponent, so I knew this was gonna be not easy. But let's just play the game, see what happens. That's what I was thinking. So any Ottoman mains watching this video, they will probably be like, yo, I would not go military school H1 against Lancaster. And I will be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. Probably a waste of my time getting this, like what our spear's gonna do, And yeah, I don't know, I just went for it. I didn't really think about it. I just went for the stone at the start, so then I made it. I don't think it matters too much. You age a bit slower, you get like 2 spears or something. Whatever. It's all details, Some aging with the one that gives you berry bushes. Never made the other one yet. I know I've seen opponents use it from time to time, but no clue when to play which. I like this one. So he's on stone, he's gonna go for his little manor, whatever stuff. I think this is at least there's something happening. The spear is doing a little thing here, which is getting these vills to shoot once, getting him to put more on the landmark. So we'll take it. A very small win is still a win. So yeah, those vills have 10 wood in them, but they didn't drop it off, so I'm stuck without a lumber camp. Fine. So what's the plan? I don't know what the plan is. I figured I'll make some units. That's what I do. Never really or hardly played against Lancaster, because since the DLC is out, my number of games is low. I know what they do, I know what they're about, but I haven't really practically played against them too much. The gold is really close to the DC, so I can't annoy him there. So he's properly protected, right? Like he has his stone on the landmark and then the gold under the TC. So now I remembered, okay, yeah, I should go on back on the stone to get that second whatever military school. Commentary in this game might not be as useful because I just don't know what I'm doing myself. But it might be fun, you know, like I always dare you guys to just play a Civ. Doesn't matter if you aren't experienced with it. And I think I've seen so many pro games, which is kind of my reference point for how these civs operate. So my goal is to put some pressure, get some cav from the military schools, and then train some archers, and maybe make a ram or something. Because yeah, without a ram I can't really do anything to him. So I left some extra stone because I know that at some point you will get another opportunity to make a military school. So we're very heavy onto wood, getting all our eco tax. Checking out his gold, I'm like, I want to know if he goes castle or not. I think he could do like the manors into Castle Age. But I see an archery range, and there's not a ton of gold, so seems to me like he's gonna make stuff. But I wasn't sure. Now I see a lot of gold here now. We got one Vil stuck in there, so that's a kill. Gonna start with my rainstormer. He's making archers, and I might wanna tank the buildings a little, like the TC. Felt like I had to attack at this side. This is where the gold is, and this is where the landmark isn't. So maybe I can shoot at the gold vills a bit. I don't mind losing 2 archers, 3 archers there. We got a total of 3 Vil kills now. It's something. Like, I know I can't keep up with the mana eco, but Vil kills are still Vil kills. Still nice. Watching these replays made me realize that I idle my TC more than I thought I did. Like this has been like 20 seconds of idle time. Something like that. So he got Cav now and I was like, oh yeah, that's the thing they could do. I forgot about this. So it's one of the downsides if you haven't really played this versus a Civ yet. I just saw this and I went, oh, right. So that was upsetting. Trying to get my archers out of there as much as I can. I think these boys are kind of like horsemen. Like weak horsemen or something. We got a decent amount out of there, to be honest. I don't think he did a good job surrounding, and managed to pull aggro a bit with that one Sipahi and stuff. And we're just gonna continue doing the same thing. One of the military schools will just be permanently on the matter. I don't expect myself to be able to keep it alive at all, so I want new ones to be coming in. It's one of the things that I've never liked about Auto is this matter control. I don't like controlling singular units. I also didn't like it with the daimyo for Japan in Aoe4. So yeah, matter goes down, and I think that's like a one ranged armor difference or something. But I think this is alright. We managed to get rid of his Cav, whatever they are, and trading units a bit. Again, town center out of time here. I really prefer just having like 3 fills in queue at all times. I've mentioned this many times. And I'm like not following my own rule here, it looks like. Okay, so he actually has a stable, so he's like making Cav as well, rather than just the one time, however it is, he gets those. I'm just still pumping archers, not really planning to change much about that. So the mines on this map are 1600. You can see on the menu app that his mine has disappeared. But those other two on the right there are both kinda just safe as well, right? So doesn't feel like I could do a whole lot. Gonna switch some vills to gold now. I mean, surely at some point we want to age. But we're mostly just pumping out units. Well, there goes the matter. Screw those guys. So I know his bows have like an ability, but I haven't seen him use it yet. I guess it's like a Castle Age thing. So yeah, I imagine that extra ranged armor, if you manage to not be bad and keep your meta alive, would be pretty nice right now. But we're not about playing well. That's not the point of all this. So he reaches castle. I mean, lancasters is good civ, I believe. He can spam units and have a big eco as well. So I'm just gonna not train more, or at least not much more, and look to go castle here myself. And I'm gonna like Leroy Jenkins these archers into his base. He shouldn't have vision here, and he should be on those golds there. Gonna buy myself some time, and like I want to go Castle Age, and I just want to kill Vils. So yeah, I'm like risking like a rather big army here on a YOLO mission, but I think it's smart to take a gamble here. The game isn't really heading in a great direction. So in these sort of scenarios, you should never shoot too early. Like maybe your opponent doesn't see it, and you can like walk all the way into his Vils, and you know, like then once he sees it, he can hardly run anymore. So all these archers run into some problem here, but at least they got some Vils, and they're causing some idle time, and like his army is all on the side here. Rather have it here than in my base. So we're YOLO diving the wood now. We're gonna end up with like no military, but we're killing things. I might have lost like 10 Vils by now, to be honest. He's eating through his gold mines. And I can see that his army fell back to his base, so that's nice. I'm not going for knights. I've heard that those or also experienced myself as an opponent that those supplies are pretty good. So I'm just mass producing those. Getting my textiles here because it seems to me like I should be under a lot of pressure soon. I think the YOLO mission with those archers, maybe it should have not been like all 30 of them, but maybe it should have been like 10 or something. You could still one-shot Vils with those. Then at least I had like some sort of standing army still, but yeah. So yeah, a lot is coming. Heat coming. And we're trying to not die. It's gonna be hard. Put some Vils in the TC, have the thing shooting. Don't want to fight yet, right? Like I want to stall as much as I can. Get like as much cav as I can. He doesn't have any siege. I need my veteran, see, and maybe I can get a mangonel. trying to surround him a bit using that ability, which as far as I know gives more but damage on your Cav. Like it makes them... They die easier, but they have more damage or something. And it seemed like a good moment to use that. He's doing a similar distraction that I did earlier with my Cav. Trying to pull me away. Body blocking with his Cav a lot. Yeah, I had to read what they are. Wasn't sure what I could guess. I saw him make knights and I thought, yeah, this is what I need. Then my comp makes more sense, right? I have some anti-cav combined with my own cav. Alright, so what happened in this game so far? I think we have lost maybe just a few vills, to be honest. We are trying to get the relics. He hasn't really done that yet. He's lost a lot of vills. At least 10. I'm trying to guide these boys from the archers. And then you can see his archers walking forward now because they're trying to get their shots off. So that was a good trade. But he has his manners, right? So his eco is better than me. And I think you just kind of have to identify that you're probably slowly losing this game if this continues. So I decided to get on stone here and try to get a second TC. I think I need something going for me. I need some sort of eco. Gonna try to do more raiding again. We're just spamming cav only. I didn't really consider that I could change my military schools to anything else. So they are also still producing cav. So he's almost fully mined that out. He's not on any of the food on the left. I wasn't really sure if he needed food or not. But yeah, here this is where I see the military schools can produce other stuff, so I think I changed it. I would like them to be on the Janissaries. Good thing we got textiles, so these fields don't die as quick. We could end up a little gold starved here, but I'm not super worried about it. It's not like I'm using gold for anything. Yeah, never look at my farms. They're just... I'm not one of those pretty farm placers. I just built them. I think this map at a higher level, by the way, like, it's not really relevant for this game, but there's a big gold mine in the middle. It's like the only big gold, right? Like everything else is 1600 and then there's an 8k in the middle. So pretty often it's about control of that. My military schools are still on Zipai, so I guess I didn't realize. I was checking how much they cost. So I think we got 3 of the relics. I'll take that. I thought the cap was 3 military schools, but apparently it's 4. Yeah, I think that one is new. At least it's the first time I see it. Probably not the greatest, but I'm on 2TC and I would like some extra vills, so I figured I'll do that. I don't know if that normally gets used. It's probably not worth too much in resource value. He started making spears, so I'm making archers again. We just have a ton of cav. Gonna look to maybe keep the middle. There wasn't enough stone in it, so I'm making a market. I might end up buying some stone for a keep. Healing up all my low HP stuff. And yeah, glad that I made those walls, because that's where he's at. We're kind of just chilling. I'm okay trying to boom with Ottoman. I think their late game is good, right? So and I want to TC, so stalling some time is fine. Couple idols. I need to get more farms going. Yeah. So I'm gonna buy myself a keep here, buying some gold and then buying some stone. Fortunately, we are 1 stone short. Classic. Because I want that middle gold mine. So I'm gonna push out with everything and then try to drop a keep there. Find some vills again. He's going for some sort of spearman win on the side or something. It's cool with me, it gives me time to get that keep up. So this was chill, this was nice. Got control of the big gold. Seeing some more vills. He's doing some shit with these spears, but it's not that big of a deal. Doesn't notice the rate, so a lot of vills going down. I'm also losing some, but I'm not doing a pop. Ah, so some of those units weren't spears. I see that they're not dying really. So yeah, my units keep pathing wrong, so there's gotta be a wall here. He's on that gold at the sacred site, that small one there. Still way too much on wood. I should be should have a lot more farms, but I'm a bit busy. Okay, there we go. And he calls it. So yeah, not a game where I know what I'm doing. Just kind of playing the game, figuring it out as I go. But I did have someone in the comments ask for an ottoman game, so you got your wish. Was expecting him to be on that gold actually, but he wasn't. So yeah, like I said, like if I like everyone has their weaker civs, right? And for me, that's just Japan and Otto are the ones that I was worried about getting. Yeah, that one, so 75%. And I have 2 TCs. Well, you could run the math on that. Every 3 TCs normally 3 vills. Now it's probably like, let's say 5. So it's 2 vil with TC more a minute. That's 4 vills a minute more. For 4 minutes, it's like 16 vills. I guess that's what it should be, right? Yeah, I think this map is usually decided who gets control of the big gold if a game is passive like this. Yeah, this was like the big army throwaway. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's too much, maybe it's good. Like, I think his problem was that he chased my army, right? Like he chased it to the edge of the map there above where my cursor is. And then I went with a second small group and he sent everything back to deal with it. I think that was like his opportunity to go and kill me. It feels like I should die here, 80 to like no units. But all this remassing was just only the supply. He had no anti-cav. And I just stalled as much as I could. I think very common mistake people would do is they would start taking the fight already like here, without the veteran or like with only like 5 supply, you know, like you really have to just let him be, like let him do his thing for a bit and mess up in secret, or you know, get your mess up. And then from here, I guess my army is just way stronger than his. All those spears that were split up to the side, he had no anti-cav for his archers. My military just basically didn't drop, and his did. And I think if this game does continue, it's just like as long as I have access to the big gold and I can go Imperial, Ottoman Imperial is insanely good. Yeah, I think this was just like, because I don't know what I'm doing with Otto, I think this was a lot of RTS fundamentals, just like realizing to drop a second TC, you know, messing up the cav and then not showing it until I have enough. Like, all these sort of things. Just like RTS fundamentals, I would say. So yeah. And yeah, positive kill that, and then we get yeah, some more resources. I guess that's the manners. We're not far apart. So yeah, I hope you guys liked game 21. It was a hard one for me to play because of unfamiliarity, but it was fun, and I'll see you guys in 22.